Well, hello again, everyone. Today I painted the frame in Eastwood chassis black primer. Hopefully tomorrow I can get it into the gloss black that I'm going to use. I'm also going to use Eastwood extreme chassis black gloss black paint. I was having a little bit of trouble with adhesion going straight from the SPI primer to the Eastwood extreme chassis black gloss paint. So I called SPI and they helped me out. They said, well, the epoxy primer is an etch primer and you're not supposed to apply the gloss black over the etch primer, so I had to use the Eastwood primer before spraying the gloss black. Anyway, alright, well there she is in Eastwood extreme chassis black gloss. It's not like a super high gloss, but it's pretty good. I don't know if you could see that or not. But you know, it's a frame. It's pretty good. Not perfect, of course. And while I was doing that, I also went ahead and painted my front end, or the front axle I should say. I don't like to waste the expensive paint, so I try to have stuff ready. So if I have a little extra mixed paint, I can use it up. Alright. Well, I went through and sandblasted not all my parts, but some of my parts I want to put some primer on today. And I did add a little gusset to my shock mounts. I wasn't quite sure if me having them welded just right there would be strong enough, so I added those. More priming, more painting. Well, good Saturday morning to you. Got the frame, has been sitting in the paint for about a week and a half or so, so it's good and cured. I got my bearing in, replaced the bearing in the torque tube. That went pretty good. So I started to go ahead and kind of final install some of this stuff. So I put the rear end in last night, and today I gotta put my spring back together. I took the spring apart, and although I got this from Chassis Engineering, this is a Pete and Jake's spring. I went ahead and the tips were all just kind of like squared off. I went ahead and rounded those. I also tapered the bottom part so that they don't dig into each other. Painted them gloss black. I gotta put some lube on the undersides here and then put those together. The other parts I painted, same thing, you know, they've been hanging, curing for about a week or so. So the hope today is to get that front end put back together and back in the frame and have like a rolling frame again that's all painted. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Alright, well there she is, all painted and hopefully finally put together for the final time. I'm sure with my previous record I'll have to take it apart a couple more times, but anyway, got the rear end in. I have you know, everything tightened down right, cotter pinned, all that stuff. Got the bearing in there, I told you guys. I do still have to put oil in the differential though. And I got the front end together this weekend. Took me way longer than I thought it would. Torquing everything and getting everything just right. Let's see, I had to replace or drill out and tap. Both these grease fittings were stripped. They were 1/4 28, and I went down to
get the next bigger size. The next SAE size was huge, so they had some metric ones there, 8mm, so I drilled them out and put the metric ones in there, but they work now. These shocks, I'm probably going to take them off, paint them black. But I got it all together. Double checked my brakes inside before I put the drums on and all that. So now, hopefully I can start running my brake lines. I'll put in my master brake cylinder and pedals, and then lower up some brake line and fittings and get going on that. It's pretty cool to be at that stage now. I still have to do a couple cotter pins in the back here, and then I'll put my rear shocks on my other side. That's just sitting there right now. But anyway, it's a painted roller now. Alright. Well, thanks for watching.